Welcome to our deep dive on exhibiting at IFEMA Madrid. We're going to unpack this guide together and try to figure out how businesses can really make the most of trade fairs and exhibitions at this huge venue.
Yeah, it's a really exciting opportunity. And IFEMA Madrid is more than just a place to, set up shop.
Right.
It's a platform with a global reach, especially for connecting with key markets in Europe and Latin America.
Okay, so let's unpack this global reach idea a bit.
Okay.
The guide mentions Madrid's strategic location and this Latin American bridge concept.
Yeah. What's really fascinating here is how Spain's history comes into play. Those strong ties with Latin America mean that doing business at IFEMA isn't just about geography. It's about tapping into a whole network of cultural and economic connections.
So for a business looking to expand internationally, exhibiting at IFEMA could be a way to hit two major markets at once.
Exactly. And it's not just about location.
Yeah.
IFEMA has really invested in top-notch facilities. Think modern pavilions, high-tech infrastructure. I bet they have amazing Wi-Fi and logistical support that can make an event planner's life so much easier.
Yeah, speaking of making things easier, this guide really emphasizes the comprehensive support IFEMA provides to exhibitors.
Right.
They have an online portal, help with stand design marketing support. It seems like they're really invested in helping businesses succeed.
They've got it down to a science. From the moment you decide to exhibit, they're there to guide you through every step of the process.
Wow.
It's like having a partner, not just a venue.
All right, so let's say a business is ready to take the plunge and exhibit at IFEMA.
Okay.
What are some of the first things they should be thinking about?
Choosing the right event is absolutely crucial.
Right.
You wouldn't want to just jump into the biggest or flashiest event without considering your specific goals, right?
I guess not. So how do you go about finding that perfect fit?
It all starts with aligning the event with your business objectives. Are you launching a new product? Trying to break into a new market? Once you know your why, you can start digging into the IFEMA calendar and researching events that target your ideal audience.
Got it.
You should also consider the timing competitor presence, all those strategic factors that can make or break your success.
Okay, so you've found the right event. What's next?
Well, you've got to secure your spot. Booking your space early is key, especially if you're aiming for a prime location.
Right.
And speaking of space, they offer different stand options to suit different needs and budgets. Shell scheme stands are great for a turnkey solution, while space-only stands give you more creative freedom if you want to design something truly unique.
It's like choosing between a move-in-ready apartment and designing your dream home from scratch. I can see how both options would appeal to different businesses.
Exactly. And once you've got your space locked in, you can start thinking about the fun part, designing your stand.
Yeah.
This is where you really get to bring your brand to life.
The guide places a lot of emphasis on stand design. Why is that so important?
Your stand is your brand's physical presence at the event.
Yeah.
It's the first thing attendees see.
Yeah.
So it needs to make a strong impression.
Okay.
Think bold visuals, clear branding, and a layout that guides visitors through your offerings effortlessly.
So it's not just about looking pretty, it's about communicating a message and creating an experience.
You got it. And don't forget about the practical aspects.
Okay.
You need a functional space with clear pathways, comfortable meeting areas, and maybe even some interactive elements or tech to really draw people in.
Right.
You want to create a welcoming space where people want to spend time and learn more about your brand.
Okay, so you've got a stunning stand. Your message is crystal clear. What's next?
Now it's time to tackle the logistics.
Okay.
And trust me, there are a lot of moving parts. Everything from shipping your materials and setting up your stand to staffing and having all your marketing materials ready to go.
Yeah.
This is where a detailed plan becomes your best friend.
I bet. It sounds like there's a lot to juggle, and we haven't even talked about marketing yet.
You're right. Building anticipation before the event is just as important as what happens during the event itself.
Okay.
Think social media campaigns, targeted email blasts, updating your website. You want to get people excited and make sure your target audience knows you'll be there.
All right, so the big day arrives, the doors open, and the crowds start pouring in.
Yeah.
Now what?
Now it's showtime. This is where all your hard work pays off and you get to see your vision come to life. But it's also where the real work begins, making the most of every interaction, capturing leads, and building those all-important relationships.
So more than just standing behind a booth and looking pretty right, it sounds like having the right staff is crucial.
Absolutely. Your staff are your brand ambassadors. They need to be knowledgeable, engaging, and able to connect with attendees on a personal level.
Okay.
Think of them as storytellers. They're there to bring your brand's message to life.
It's all about making those genuine connections. And of course, capturing those valuable leads is a top priority.
That's where having a solid lead capture strategy comes in. You need clear qualification criteria, trained staff who can ask the right questions, and a mix of digital and physical methods to make it easy for attendees to share their information.
So tablets, QR codes, maybe even some good old-fashioned business cards.
You got it. And while we're on the topic of data, it's crucial to address data privacy concerns head-on.
That's a great point. With all this talk about lead capture and data collection, how can businesses make sure they're staying on the right side of privacy regulations?
Transparency is key. Be upfront about what data you're collecting and how you'll be using it.
Right.
Obtain explicit consent from visitors, whether that's through a checkbox on a digital form or a signature on a physical one.
Okay.
IFEMA has strict regulations in place, so it's important to be transparent and respectful of data privacy.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Choosing the right event, designing your staffing, marketing, lead capture, and data privacy.
We have.
It sounds like exhibiting at IFEMA is a multifaceted endeavor.
It definitely is. But don't worry, IFEMA doesn't just throw you in the deep end.
Okay.
They offer tons of on-site resources to help exhibitors and attendees alike.
Oh, good.
Think information desks, business centers, Wi-Fi catering. They've thought of everything.
Wow. It really sounds like they go above and beyond to create a positive experience for everyone.
If you do. And while the event itself is the main attraction, the work doesn't stop there. Post-event follow-up is just as important for turning those leads into tangible results.
Okay, so let's talk about that crucial post-event phase. What are some best practices for following up with leads and measuring the overall success of participating in an IFEMA event? We'll get into those details right after a quick break.
Let's dive into that next.
Yeah.
We'll explore how to make those leads count and turn your IFEMA experience into a real win for your business.
Sounds good.
All right.
We'll be right back. All right, we're back and ready to dive into that all-important post-event phase.
Okay.
You mentioned turning leads into tangible results. That's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely. The event itself is just the beginning. Now it's time to nurture those connections and make the most of all the hard work you put in.
So let's start with follow-up. This guide stresses the importance of prompt and personalized communication.
Yeah.
What does that look like in practice?
Speed is key.
Oh.
You want to strike while the iron is hot. So aim to follow up within 24 to 48 hours of the event.
Okay.
And when you do make it personal, reference something specific you discussed with the lead at the event.
Right.
It shows you were paying attention and that you value their time.
So no generic mass emails blasting out to everyone who dropped a business card in your bowl?
Definitely not.
Nah.
Those are likely to end up in the trash. Personalization is key to making a genuine connection and standing out from the crowd. And don't limit yourself to just email.
Right.
A well-timed phone call can be incredibly effective, especially for high-value leads depending on your industry. Even a handwritten thank you note can leave a lasting impression.
It's all about showing you care. But follow-up isn't just about closing a sale, is it?
You're absolutely right. It's about building a relationship. Think long-term.
Okay.
Share valuable content that's relevant to their interests, invite them to webinars or other events, and position yourself as a trusted resource.
So more than just a salesperson, you're becoming a partner, a consultant, someone they can rely on.
Exactly. And throughout this whole process, your CRM system is your best friend. Use it to track interactions, schedule follow-ups, and keep all your communication personalized and organized. It's a game changer for managing those leads and maximizing your ROI.
Speaking of ROI, how do you measure the success of all this effort? It can't just be about counting business cards, right?
Definitely not. You need to look beyond those surface-level metrics and dig into the data that tells the real story.
Okay.
What were your specific goals for the event? Lead generation, brand awareness, sales.
Right.
Once you know what you're measuring, you can start tracking the key performance indicators that matter most.
Give me some examples of those KPIs.
Well, if your focus was lead generation, you'll be tracking metrics like the number of qualified leads, the cost per lead, and the conversion rate.
Okay.
If you're aiming for brand awareness, you'd be looking at things like website traffic, social media mentions, and media coverage.
Right.
And of course, you'll want to assess the impact on your bottom line. How many sales can be directly attributed to the event?
It sounds like there's a lot of data to crunch. But it's all valuable, right? It helps you understand what worked, what didn't, and how to make your next IFEMA experience even better.
That's exactly right. Continuous improvement is the name of the game. Each event is a learning opportunity. By analyzing the data, getting feedback from your team, and being open to making adjustments, you can ensure that your next IFEMA exhibition is even more successful.
Okay, we've talked a lot about the strategic side of things, but let's zoom in on something that really caught my eye in this guide stand design. It seems like there's a real art to creating a stand that not only looks amazing, but also functions effectively.
Yeah, it's a crucial element for sure. Think of your stand as your brand's physical embodiment at the event.
Okay.
It's the first thing attendees see, so it needs to capture their attention and draw them in.
So what are some of the key elements of a successful stand design?
Clarity is paramount. Your stand needs to communicate your brand message instantly and effortlessly. Think bold visuals, concise messaging, and a layout that guides visitors through your offerings. Intuitively avoid clutter and overwhelming amounts of text. You want to create a visually appealing and easy-to-digest experience.
So less is more.
In many cases, yes.
Huh?
High-quality visuals, eye-catching graphics, and even incorporating digital elements like touch screens or video displays can make a huge difference. Think about how you can create an immersive and engaging experience for visitors.
Ooh, tech is always a good idea. But aside from the visual appeal, what about functionality? How do you design a space that works?
Functionality is just as crucial as aesthetics. You want to create a welcoming and interactive space. Think comfortable seating areas for in-depth conversations, designated spaces for product demos, and clear pathways for visitors to navigate without feeling crowded. It's all about flow and creating a positive user experience.
It sounds like there's a real science to it. You need to consider traffic patterns, how people interact with the space, and how to make it easy for them to engage with your brand.
You've got it. And remember, your stand is just one piece of the puzzle. IFEMA offers so many opportunities to connect with attendees beyond the traditional booth setup.
You're talking about the networking magic, right? Tell me more.
Think of IFEMA as a vibrant ecosystem of events, seminars, and social gatherings. Encourage your team to attend industry talks, participate in panel discussions, and proactively network with other attendees.
So get out there and mingle. You never know who you might meet or what opportunities might arise from those chance encounters.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of hosting your own events.
Oh.
Think product demos, workshops, or even just a casual happy hour at your stand. These events create a buzz, attract visitors, and give you a chance to showcase your expertise and build relationships in a more relaxed and informal setting.
Those sound like great ways to make a lasting impression. But with so much going on, how do you make sure you're making the most of your time at IFEMA?
Planning and prioritization are key. Before the event, sit down with your team and map out your must-attend sessions. Identify key networking opportunities and schedule time for both structured and spontaneous interactions. You want to have a solid plan, but also leave room for those serendipitous moments that often lead to the most valuable connections.
So strike a balance between the planned and the unplanned.
Exactly. IFEMA is a dynamic environment, so be prepared to adapt and seize those opportunities as they arise. That's where that pre-event research on the IFEMA calendar really pays off. You can identify those must-attend sessions and plan your time accordingly.
Now let's talk about something that's often overlooked, but incredibly important: accessibility. It's clear IFEMA has made a commitment to inclusivity, and I think it's worth highlighting.
Absolutely. Creating a welcoming and inclusive environment for all attendees is crucial, and IFEMA has really gone above and beyond in this area.
What are some specific examples of how they've made the venue and the experience accessible to everyone?
Well, they've ensured that all the pavilions are wheelchair accessible with ramps, elevators, and wide doorways.
Wow.
There are accessible restrooms throughout the complex, and designated parking spaces are available for visitors with disabilities. They've also invested in assistive listening devices and other technologies to enhance the experience for those with hearing impairments. And importantly, their staff is trained to provide assistance and support to visitors with disabilities, ensuring a seamless and positive experience for everyone.
It sounds like they've thought of everything. It's great to see that level of attention to detail and commitment to creating a truly inclusive environment.
And it benefits everyone, not just those with disabilities. When you create an environment that's accessible to all, you foster a sense of belonging and create a more welcoming and vibrant atmosphere for everyone.
Well said. Now, before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to circle back to something we touched on earlier, the Latin American bridge concept. It's clear that IFEMA is a major draw for businesses looking to tap into both the European and Latin American markets. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts on why this connection is so strong. What makes IFEMA such a unique hub for fostering those transatlantic relationships?
It's a fascinating dynamic. Of course, geography plays a role. Spain's proximity to Latin America makes it a natural gateway. But it goes far beyond that.
Right.
Spain has deep historical, cultural, and linguistic ties with Latin America, fostering strong business relationships that span centuries. IFEMA capitalizes on this connection, attracting significant participation from Latin American businesses and attendees.
So it's like a cultural and economic hub rolled into one.
Precisely. And that's what makes IFEMA so special. It's not just about exhibitions, it's about fostering connections and creating a dynamic marketplace for global business.
Yeah.
You have European companies looking to expand into Latin America and Latin American companies eager to establish a presence in Europe.
Yeah.
IFEMA provides the perfect platform for them to connect, collaborate, and forge lasting partnerships.
It sounds like an incredibly dynamic and exciting environment to be a part of. But I'm curious for a listener out there, what stands out to you as the most exciting aspect of IFEMA? What possibilities are swirling in your mind as you envision your brand or business on this international stage?
That's a great question for our listener to ponder. Is it the allure of expanding into new markets, the potential for forging global partnerships? Or maybe it's the sheer energy and buzz of being part of such a dynamic international event.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, but ultimately it's up to you to decide how IFEMA fits into your vision.
Right.
Take what you've learned, explore the IFEMA calendar, and see what sparks your imagination. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah. As we're wrapping up this deep dive into IFEMA Madrid, it feels like we've covered so much ground.
We really have. It's been quite a journey from strategy and logistics to design, marketing, data, privacy, accessibility. I mean, it's clear that exhibiting at IFEMA is a multifaceted endeavor.
Yeah, and with so many moving parts, I can see how it could feel overwhelming, especially for businesses that are new to the whole international exhibition scene.
That's totally understandable. But the good news is IFEMA doesn't just leave you hanging.
Yeah.
They have a whole ecosystem of support in place to help guide exhibitors every step of the way.
Okay, that is reassuring. So for our listener out there who's maybe feeling a bit intimidated by the prospect of exhibiting internationally, what would you say to them?
First of all, I'd say don't be afraid to just dive in.
Yeah.
IFEMA is designed to support businesses of all sizes and all levels of experience. Their team is incredibly knowledgeable and responsive. They're there to answer your questions and just help you navigate the whole process.
It's like having a partner, not just a venue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And beyond just the practical support, there's a real sense of community at IFEMA. You'll be surrounded by other businesses who are also looking to kind of expand their reach and make their mark on the global stage.
Right.
It's an amazing opportunity to connect, collaborate, and learn from each other.
So it's not just about exhibiting, it's about becoming a part of a global network.
That's a great way to put it. And that network can open so many doors, new partnerships, collaborations, even friendships that span continents. It's a really enriching experience.
It sounds like it. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with a little challenge.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the why of IFEMA, the reasons why businesses should consider exhibiting there. But I want to focus on the how now.
Right.
How can you, our listener, translate all this information into action? What concrete steps can you take today to start exploring the possibilities of IFEMA for yourself?
I love that challenge. It's all about taking that first step, however small it may seem. Start by visiting the IFEMA website and exploring their event calendar. See what events align with your industry and your business goals. Reach out to the IFEMA team with any questions you have. Even connect with other businesses who have exhibited at IFEMA and get their insights.
Those are great practical steps. It's all about, gathering information, asking questions, and starting to envision how IFEMA could fit into your overall business strategy.
Exactly. And remember, you don't have to go it alone.
Right.
The IFEMA team is there to support you every step of the way. So dive in, explore, and see where this journey takes you. You might be surprised by what you discover.
Well said. And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into IFEMA Madrid. We hope you've enjoyed the journey and are feeling inspired to take your business global.
Absolutely.
Remember, the world is full of opportunities, and IFEMA is a fantastic launchpad for those who are ready to explore them.
So go forth, dear listener, and make your mark on the world.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.